I do remember
Start over? Yeah. Oh, but all of the comedy.
We've talked about Jolly Ranchers.
We'll reenact the shots.
Or we could just do yours.
Why don't we just take a swig as we go? We'll introduce ourselves in swig.
Okay. You got this now, right?
Welcome to the podcast.
Our first episode.
We're so close to going welcome to the podcast. I am doing. What do you mean? What? I am. What the fuck's wrong with me?
So many
Dude,
things.
Nick should never start our recording batches ever again. This dude acts like he's never done. At least if you would have gone first, he would have had a general idea. But like, it's like he flushes his brain of what we've ever done after he leaves here, because this is ridiculous.
Welcome.
There's your blooper, by the way.
Welcome to You Hate to See It.
You hate to see it. We don't have weird accentos.
You hate to see it.
I didn't goofy it.
Fucking.
That's actually the name of our podcast, is that, but then in parentheses it says in goofy voice.
Sorry. Welcome to You Hate to See It.
That's the most you've ever enunciated it since I've known you.
I'm sorry for my accent, okay?
Midwestern person?
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that.
The accent
Sir,
is called.
you weren't, like, born in Mexico. You're Hispanic, but, like, barely. Clearly the
mother's name is
racism fell
Betty.
down.
My mother's name is Elizabeth, which I found out there's a reason why, but I'm not going to talk about that on the podcast.
I've heard the story, and it's
It's
quite funny.
Nick's recent mom lore is ridiculous.
All right, we'll talk about it later. On Patreon.
Patreon, fair enough.
They can pay to hear it.
Yeah. Well, welcome to You Hate to See It. I'm Nick.
Swig.
Swing, swash, swing, swash.
I didn't like that.
Nope.
I'm medicated today, so it's fine. Who wants to go next?
I'll go
you
next. I'm Adam.
Way too long of an intro.
We're actually just doing bumps off a mirror.
I'm Jeff. Thanks for keeping the cap off.
My bad.
Saves time.
That's on me. Welcome. This is the first recording of the year, right? Yeah. No. Well, it's whenever we decide to release it.
First recording of the year, not first release of the year.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've already released.
Welcome
3
to
episodes.
2026 from us, and sadly, Nick does the first episode of recording.
It's going great.
He also did the first episode of the year.
Oof. What'd you talk about last time?
Remember?
I just edited it and I don't
It
remember.
was probably like some coup that no one enjoyed me talking about.
Nah.
Actually, there are
Your
some...
wedding, probably.
Maybe, yeah. Oh, yeah, I did break my shit.
Yeah,
so-
I
yeah.
think we did your wedding.
Yeah. Well, now we're done to talk about my honeymoon.
I'm so excited. Are you gonna talk about the whale? The funniest thing you've ever sent in a text message.
I will talk about the whale. I will. It took me a second to remember what I was talking.
It was hard to try to like reply to you seriously because the way you sent it was funny, but like also the way you like reading it was like, oh, Nick's like mad.
He was so angry.
It's like the compounding.
It's like, read
funniness
it- if
of,
you
like,
just read
because
it, you're
you're
like-
also you, and then like the anger you felt, and you were like defending why they're the
Yourself.
problem and not you as well, even though you are a little bit that problem.
I'm at least self-aware.
Yeah,
Yeah, the way you worded it, and then
Did
but
we
also
say that
for
in
you.
chat?
yeah, I saved it in chat.
I'll read
Because,
it.
like, the way-
I know. We'll get there.
We'll
but I'm
get
just pulling
there.
it up. I'm just pulling it up.
Because it's funny because like if someone normally just read it, they're like, "What the fuck is this?" Us reading it is like, "That's funny," but to know that Nick went into that degree of explaining the whole situation and how he said it is, oh, Nick's very upset.
Dude, I was cooking.
Because you were so mad, and also like throughout it, you were like, "I know I'm also fat," but
So, all right. So Shannon and I went on our honeymoon, basically for Christmas and New Year's, and we drove down to Florida, but we basically visited Disney, for like a week. We visited Disney World
yes,
for a week.
land is in California.
I don't care.
Also, isn't the one in California Universal?
Universal.
They're at both. They're both in
is-
Orlando.
Yeah, well, I think Universal Orlando is a different company.
Can you tell that I grew up poor as shit?
I mean, this is the first time I ever.
Universal is like Harry Potter, and you know when
Oh.
you see a globe in the front of a movie, that's what Universal is.
Yeah.
Thank you. I know what their branding is.
Except they also
It's
have
not Comcast.
Marvel characters.
Comcast also doesn't have that as their logo anymore.
Sorry, Xfinity. Or
No, maybe Comcast does. I'm thinking of something else.
I was like Universal at the bottom says a Comcast company.
So we drove down. I think we drove like probably 12 hours. Shannon freaked out at windmills, which Jeff knows exactly where those windmills are.
Like the big
The
windmills.
big, yeah, it was this part of Indiana. You drive for like 4 hours, and it's just windmills.
Okay. Small sidebar about windmills. Morgan also had never seen a windmill like that before when we were dating and we were driving to my aunt's house who lives out in the country, also where fucking windmills are everywhere. And she saw one, she's like, "What the fuck is that?" And we're like 19.
She just didn't know what they were
Well,
in general.
she was confused because she'd literally never even seen them like that before, and like all she'd seen is like the country farm like windmill thing that serves no purpose, and
Well, I think you could judge strength of wind with
strength
them,
of
but-
wind and where the wind is coming from. Yes, but
Well,
like,
unless it's a stationary one, then
Well, yeah.
they don't turn. But,
but
sure.
anyway, so she saw, and we were like 19, 20 years old, something like that, early dating, and she was like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "Oh, like we can go to it," and it's like in the middle of a farmer's property, and she's like, "We can't, like that's someone's land," and I was like, "There's a dirt road there, like we're going," and I
Dirt
turned-
roads can be private property, my
Well,
guy.
yeah,
That
but I went down the dirt road to the windmill, and I have photos on Facebook of Morgan standing next to her first windmill because she was very excited about seeing a windmill for the first time.
Fun
Shannon
fact:
not approach
wait,
one.
wait until she finds out that those blades are going like hundreds of miles an hour.
I know, and they look so slow.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so we did that. We stopped in Nashville for barbecue. Nashville barbecue sucks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So bad. The brisket was one of the driest things I've ever had.
Yeah.
I ended up vomiting in the parking lot because I could not chew I chewed the food for 5 minutes and I'd still clogged my throat.
I prefer Texas barbecue over Nashville or Kansas.
I prefer anything other than Nashville.
I prefer Carolina barbecue, but I like vinegar.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. I have to be in the mood for Carolina.
I like vinegary barbecue sauces, so
I'm a big proponent of if like your entire food culture is based around a sauce, your food culture sucks.
yeah. Well, okay.
well,
Well, if we're going off of that, then
hold
yes,
on.
Texas is the best. Yeah.
Also,
but barbecue is
barbecue
about
isn't-
the sauce also. It's
Yeah,
not just.
I'm
Barbe-
not saying like you need to omit the sauce. I'm just saying that like if your entire like it is like Nashville barbecue, oh the sauce.
oh,
It-
okay,
it-
yes. I
it's-
get what
Oh,
you're
okay,
saying.
yeah,
I thought
yeah.
you were saying like all of barbecue relies on the sauce. I'm like barbecue
No,
doesn't
no,
mean
I like
barbecue
I
sauce.
like-
Barbecue means a style of cooking.
I like Texas barbecue because Texas barbecue is juicy and it stands alone on its own without heavy sauce.
Yeah.
Does Texas even have like a style of
I
barbecue
think
sauce?
it's more dry rub.
Yeah.
And that's how I prefer.
I do-
prefer like how when I smoke meat, I dry rub.
I prefer dry rub, and then
Well, you should probably always use
use
dry rub. But
barbecue sauce as like a complement to
Yeah.
the dry rub. If like if you overcook
That's
or
why
undercook something
my-
a little bit, like you have something to fall
my
back
biggest
on.
thing
Fair.
is like to like kind of like reemphasize that is like pulled pork. I don't think when I go and get pulled pork, it should be that pulled pork is tossed in barbecue sauce
The
already.
Lloyd's.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be pulled pork, and then I add barbecue sauce on it as a
Have, like,
condiment.
I mean,
packaged barbecue
I smoke
sauce.
pork shoulders all the time, and I never make pulled pork. I just make fucking sliced pork because I'm not a huge pulled pork fan.
Same. There's too much fat in pulled pork because they just use whatever.
Well, you should render it better, but
Yeah.
Well, I also don't make pulled pork. I buy pulled pork.
Anyway, we went through Nashville. We went through the mountains. Didn't realize how well used semi truck runoff ramps are on the side of a mountain.
Yeah.
Actually, kind of insane because like those things were well used.
yeah. Well, they also probably don't get like
service,
Worked,
like,
yeah,
like
service, redone all that
because
off.
it's just sand on a ramp that goes up. So I imagine that they only probably resurface that like what every 6 months. Maybe
They probably
a year.
don't even resurface it. They probably just smooth it
yeah
out.
yeah. So we did so
Because like, why do it if they're going to be
Yeah.
used that often? Why really put that much effort into it?
yeah. So we went through the mountains, and then we
I used
went
them
through
a lot
Georgia.
on American Trucking Simulator.
Let me say, I hate
Nerd.
Fun game. I love simulator games.
I detest Atlanta.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
hate Atlanta.
I've never stepped foot into actually into Atlanta. I've only ever been to their airport, and that was enough for me to be like, this city probably blows.
The traffic, like it is not. I learned recently, like it was just designed because Atlanta exists because that's the only place in Georgia you can put a metropolis, due to mountains and then the rest of it's swamp. So like that area is the only like flat area where you could put a metropolis.
I'm gonna be honest. When I think of Georgia, I don't think of anything outside of Atlanta and is it Augusta, right? Augusta.
I guess I also think of Savannah.
And I only think of Augusta because of golf.
Yeah.
And Reacher,
Fair.
which discusses Augusta because of golf.
I think of Savannah, but that's because Sherman burned it. And then so yeah, Atlanta sucks. Traffic is horrible. It added 3 hours to our commute just because the traffic is a nightmare.
Really, even the roads don't go around it in
There
a
are
good way.
so the issue with Atlanta is that it does not have like dedicated suburbs like Chicago. Like it's not like you're in Georgia and then like there's a highway to Rockford or to Schaumburg or something like that. It's just the city of Atlanta plops down and then there's highways going through it. There's no like around Atlanta.
Oh,
It's not the highways go around the airport, not around Atlanta. So
that does sound awful.
yeah, it's horrible. So it's just it's horrible. We'll never go there. Next time we plan, like we drive down, we're gonna literally eat another day and just drive through Alabama because it sucks. And like we were driving on like probably we were at like it was like 9 o'clock on a Saturday or on a Friday, and it was just still hell. And there's no
PM?
There were no games. There was no sporting events. It was just hell.
Or you have to time it out to hit Atlanta.
Well, you also have to think
Yeah.
about it, to get out of Florida and all those other you kind of have to go through.
Or you eat another 16 hours and drive through Alabama. Like that. Those are your alternatives.
I would rather save time, but time it that I go through Atlanta at
So
night.
the issue was we did
You
not.
just said at 9 p.m.
We never wanted to drive through the mountains at night. That was our big thing. We did not.
Oh, it's
want to go through the
terrifying
mountains
because
at
I
night.
had to move my mom in a U-Haul.
That was the biggest thing for us, is that we were not driving through the mountains at night. So we end up.
Which kind of sucks because once you hit Tennessee, it's kind of all mountains until you get
Yeah.
to Florida.
So until you really hit like at the outskirts of Atlanta, it's pretty mountainous.
Yeah.
Because northern Georgia's pretty mountainous still. So we end up stopping in Valdosta, Georgia, which is basically Schaumburg. It was just convention centers. It was not nice or anything. It was slightly warmer. It was probably like 40 or 50 degrees. Hit the hotel, watched the super cool Bears Packers game at the end in December. So we watched that, and then the next morning Shannon drove all the way to Disney. I mean that's easy. It's just a straight shot. Florida traffic's not terrible. Disney's not terrible.
Well, they're all old and probably staying at home.
Yeah. So we did that. Ended up in Disney that night. We went to two quote unquote private parties at Disney, which are basically you buy a ticket to the party and they basically keep capacity at like 30% of what maximum park capacity is. So
That's still pretty low compared to.
It's still incredibly packed.
Oh, I'm sure. But
But like the lines are much shorter. A lot of the rides are still running. The rides are running, but like the shows aren't. There's like specific foods and stuff that give you an ornament. It was really cool. I thoroughly enjoyed it. We did Magic Kingdom. Really enjoyed Magic
Imagine
Kingdom.
instead you did Magic the Gathering.
True.
That's a theme park right there.
So,
Magic the Gathering, you planeswalk between the planes.
Ooh.
Idea. We just need. Hey
mean-
guys, give us so much money and we can open this.
so we did that.
Hey, you want to crinkle that a little bit more closer to the mic?
Perfect. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Have fun editing that.
Yeah. I'm not. So we did that. Then the next day we went to Animal Kingdom, which is kind of boring. And honestly, Animal Kingdom very underwhelming.
Were there
So's
live
your dick,
animals?
man.
Not really. Like there's
Not really to his or what I said.
both. So Animal Kingdom, I was expecting more of a zoo. There was like one zoo thing that was really kind of cool. We went and saw the Lion King show, which was actually pretty neat. I was able to utilize my knee and got us pretty good seats. So look, Disney's very accountable when you go, hey, I have a torn ACL, and they just go, all right, and they give you like front row seats or like primo seats. Very nice.
At least you do actually have one. It wasn't just you lying.
Yeah, true. Hey, I'm fat. But so we did that, and then we went to Hollywood Studios for that party. Not as good as Magic Kingdom. Hollywood Studios is neat.
Hollywood Studios is going through a fuck ton of renovations.
Wow,
right now,
you
though.
really just
Yeah.
yeeted that.
Nice. He like it wasn't like a pickup. He just went boom.
You really just chucked that fucker over there.
So we did that. I'm trying to think. They had some good drinks. Their drinks are expensive, but also like 80% alcohol. So that's kind of
I can
fun.
do that at any dive bar
That's
for
true.
significantly cheaper.
True.
And if we get you to blow someone behind the building, we'll probably get them for even cheaper and
True.
more alcohol.
I believe
Did you try to blow any of the bartenders at Disney?
I did not.
That was your
Fair.
fault. They're probably not getting enough head. That's why the prices are so high.
But at Hollywood Studios that night, we were waiting for a show, and that is where I texted you guys my very angry rant, which I will now read verbatim from what I sent.
Yeah, because I say.
Well, maybe not verbatim.
But depending on what words I used.
Well, not so much the words you used, the fact that you can't spell or use grammar correctly.
no, that's fair. So I texted the guys at 9 o'clock while we were waiting for the show.
Out of the blue. We weren't having a
Yeah,
conversation.
out of the blue.
beforehand.
And I was sore. I am in pain. Please remember, I have a torn ACL, and this was 2 months after it was torn.
He's also a large man, and if you don't know that, go to our YouTube.
Fair. This is like probably 2 weeks before we went on this trip. I was still struggling to walk.
Also, yeah, if you guys didn't know, we post video on YouTube now.
True.
It's no longer a Patreon tier.
So here's what I said to the guys out of the blue. I have come to the conclusion I have been cursed with shame and dignity. Because I can barely walk and refuse to rent a scooter because if you see me in a scooter, you think, that fucker, not, oh, he's missing a ligament. The amount of hippopotamus fucks scooting around this place pisses me off. I am fuming. To which Adam's response is, might be the funniest thing you've ever said.
I was like laying in bed laughing my ass off.
Did you just fill that solo cup with that wine?
No.
Are you lying?
No.
Interesting.
What else is in there?
My entire dad
Oh,
water.
that
my
sounds
god.
awful.
It's so bad that I need to mix it with something.
You should have let me try it first, you meanie head. I don't want a full can of that.
So, the day before, we were waiting in Magic Kingdom for a parade, and Shannon's like trying to find a place where she can see the parade and take pictures. And I'm like, I'm trying to help, so I tell her, hey, stand right here.
Plus,
Right next.
plus side and thing that I think we all have had to do. Plus side of being a 6'2" plus size man is your capabilities of walking through a crowd and being like,
Oh,
get
yeah.
out of my way.
After Magic Kingdom on the second day, I was like, I'm big. just follow me. Hold on to my like. She just hold on to my shirt tail, and I'm like, we're going.
I was gonna say.
You just puff out your chest a little bit and just barrel.
I
Yeah.
don't. Well, you do that. I don't. I
Okay,
have.
well, yeah, I'm thin.
Yeah.
The rest of us are larger
True.
men. I was gonna say because
Opposite
Emma.
definition of plus.
Yeah.
I was gonna say because Emma does that when we're like in like crowded restaurants or like stores or fucking like at a fair. Is like. She's like, I want to go to that, and I'm like, all right, cool. I'm beelining it, and then she just like grabs the tail of my
Yeah.
shirt, and I'm just like, we're
I
going.
reach behind, I grab Morgan, and I just start going.
I don't even do that because then it makes me thinner. We
Well-
don't need thin here.
It's so the
We need wide.
the parade route's like a main street, like an old town main street. So everyone's standing, everyone's trying to look at the parade, and Shannon's shorter, so she can't like get a good view with her camera. So I tell her, all right, here's where you're gonna stand, right next to a light pole, so people can't bump into you, and right behind a hippo on a scooter. And I'm like, hey, I literally look her.
I
in the-
remember this
I
conversation.
look
this
her in
one.
the eyes and go, hey, I'll tell you who's not going to stand up. The hippo and the scooter. And I, like, as the parade starts, Shannon is, she's able to get a couple pictures of the front of the parade, and this hippopotamus emerges from her fucking swamp and stands and is a solid 4 inches taller than Shannon and wider than me. And I, like, Shannon, her shoulders slump, her camera goes down to her chest, and I just look at her, my head slowly turns, and I look at her and I'm like, So she had to snipe pictures of the parade.
If you had two full ACLs, you could have just put her on your shoulders and taken
True.
photos. But sadly, someone's less of a man right now.
True.
Has he ever been more of a man?
No, but he's less of one now.
Now I just have less ligaments.
Makes you less of a man.
Yeah.
You don't have. I have more ligaments than you right now.
Technically, I still have the entire ligament. It's just that one of them is receding slowly into my femur.
It's just flopping around.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, very angry at the fat whores that just occupy fucking Disney.
I love how out of nowhere Hippo changed to fat whores. As
Dude,
if they're really getting some.
The scooter rental. There are literally entire companies in Orlando, Florida, whose sole purpose of existence is to deliver wheelchairs and scooters to resorts for these fucking shameful people. And please know, I'm not talking about someone who has an actual illness or like disability. I'm talking about the people. I'm talking about the fat bitch who goes, I'm gonna ride around a scooter this entire day, and then when I want to take pictures on my fucking 17-year-old iPhone, I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna be a bitch and I'm gonna take pictures.
I like how you poor shamed in there too.
I fucking dude.
He hates poor people.
I
As
know.
unemployed.
Which one do you hate more?
Fat people.
Okay.
Really hate fat people.
Good, because you're a poor person.
I
So
hate, I both.
true.
I hate fat people who have zero
He's like,
shame.
what am I? I hate myself.
I had every right on this trip to rent a scooter. I refused to because I'm like, anyone who looks at me is gonna go, this guy's fat. He's riding a scooter. Not, hey, he has a severe injury. So,
well,
you
to
also
be fair,
don't-
Your severe injury did come because you are fat.
true. I also do believe Jeff also, this wasn't said, but I think Jeff text also responded back like, I love how your pride is preventing you from actually utilizing things that can benefit you.
Yeah, it was probably something along those
Yeah,
lines.
I believe he did send that. So, that's day 2. Is my very angry
Wow,
rant
we're 2
about-
days into his like 17-day
It
honeymoon.
was 14. And look, things
Yeah,
go-
it could have been. Fun fact for everyone else: the entire time, him and his wife were gone on their honeymoon. Me and my girlfriend were staying in his house, watching their dogs. So,
One dog.
well, not for if Emma's mother watches this.
Never mind. Anyway,
We only watch Nutmeg
yeah.
or my boss.
Nutmeg fell in love with Jeff Like, actually fell in love. It's kind of creepy.
He's been there since.
You know. Yeah, whatever.
You should kill her.
Leave me not make alone.
She's very chill now. Fun fact, Nutmeg, much cooler dog when Nick's mother is not involved.
Also healthy.
True, when he got her, like when they first got her from his mother when she moved into the home, I'm just gonna call it the home. Literally like 3 times the size a dog that size should be, like fat wise. Like we called her the mop because like she was so fat that like her excess fur like dragged across the ground, so she always just swooped shit up.
So yeah. But that's day 2. Anyway, we're gonna speed past a little bit. The next day, I think we went to Epcot.
He was mad again for fat people.
That was just constant. We went to Epcot. Epcot's cool. Not my favorite thing. Also,
What was your favorite nation's drink? You tried all of them, right?
I think I only had 2. Germany had a really nice.
Why did you even go to Epcot?
Because it was one of the parks.
But you didn't try everything.
I was in immense pain.
Yeah, that's what the alcohol in Epcot's for.
Because on the 3rd day, I stood up out of bed, and the arch of my foot collapsed and never like regained its support. So
Though that's not like a thing that should happen.
no, it's not.
Your arches aren't meant to collapse. They're
It
not.
did.
They're not the arches of like Rome.
Well, it did. I am not kidding. Thank you.
I used your bald spot.
I don't know when that cup button.
Yeah, I know it shouldn't, but it did because I took a step and it never regained support the entire trip. So I'm just walking around on flat feet all of a sudden. Horrible, unpleasant.
You should have just bought some like decent walking shoes beforehand.
I did, and it was not enough.
You ever thought maybe it's because you're fat?
Probably. Also, it was also on the foot of my torn ACL. So
I thought you were saying tornadoes.
maybe.
I don't know why. Probably 'cause
I
I'm
also
hammered.
thought that, and my mind
Okay,
was
cool.
like,
So it's not just me. Yeah, I thought he was going to say tornadoes, and I don't know why, but I'm glad it's not just because I'm hammered. Also, these Cutwater, we never said what the fuck we were drinking.
No shit.
We'll do that on the next
Yeah.
one. But I'm drinking Cutwaters, and anyone who drinks knows that these
I like to
things
think
are.
that there's someone out there watching our podcast that's just here for finding out what we drink and is pissed.
out there like 100 people. Know
Hey,
this.
do you know how alcohol heavy these things are?
No.
This is almost 13% by volume.
That's a lot. So I think we went to like an American show, like basically like a historic theater thing, which was cool.
Is that not the Hall of Presidents?
No, that's in Magic Kingdom. This was at Epcot.
Magic Kingdom has the Hall of Presidents?
Yes. Yep.
Oh, yeah. Well, because Disney World started with Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
And then they built parks from there.
Yeah.
They built
Okay.
like extra parks around it.
So we did that. Epcot was cool. Again, it wasn't my favorite park, but it was neat. I would have enjoyed it more if I wasn't in severe pain.
Maybe you should have had a scooter.
Man,
Maybe you should have drank more.
probably could have drank more.
Couldn't have a scooter, though.
Could not have a scooter.
You could have done like the
You could have
wheel thing.
drove the scooter.
No, you could have like done the wheel thing where like you have your leg up, like bent up on the thing, and then
That
you just
doesn't.
push
That's
yourself
scooter.
not great for a torn ACL.
I don't care.
I was going to say, that's a lot of... One, you have to bend the knee to
Yeah.
get it up there. Then two, a lot of weight on that knee.
Yeah, that is not functioning correctly.
That's for when you, like,
I know.
destroy your ankle.
No, I know.
okay.
And again, at that point, I was still recovering from torn meniscus, fucking strained patellar, torn
You
MCL,
say
PCL.
still recovered. You still are. You haven't had
Well,
surgery.
Those things have healed by now.
Those tears don't just heal.
The meniscus, MCL, PCL have healed by this point, and the bone bruises have healed.
PC in Europe.
The ACL not healed, and the absolutely stretched.
Yeah,
as
man,
fuck-
when you tear 99% of it, it doesn't just grow back.
fair. Anyway, so
The body's magical, but not like fucking like D&D magical.
Yeah.
I can't just slam a diamond in your chest and you come back to life.
So
I'd keep the diamonds.
Well, yeah, it's gonna be like imprinted in your chest.
the one thing.
Have you ever seen like animated versions of like I guess like the biggest one is like have you seen like Vox Machina or anything?
Nope.
No, they cast Revivify in that, and it doesn't work. But like any other animations I've seen on like TikTok and stuff, it's like that fucker is like placed on your chest and then it's like holy energy. But I like to think that someone just places it's a big because it has to be like what is it like 1,000 gold pieces worth or
hammering a
500?
roofing nail
Yeah,
into
yeah.
your chest.
They like put it on your sternum and then like they basically do a CPR compression and just press it. In my D&D campaign that we're about to start, if someone casts Revivify, it is them impressing the diamond into your chest cavity, and it is now a part of you.
I like that.
And then if you get revivified like 4 times, you just have like a diamond-studded chest, and you get +1 to AC.
So yeah, that was Epcot. The only thing I can off the top of my head that I really would say is really good, like food wise, there was good was I had cantaloupe on a pizza, which was awesome.
I refuse to believe that.
It was amazing.
You know what's a good pizza?
Is bad.
Well, cantaloupe is bad. I do not like cantaloupe.
I enjoy cantaloupe greatly.
I don't. Good pizza though. Seafood pizza
Seafood pizza
that we
good.
made.
Maybe we should do that while I'm fucked up.
Oh, you mean from your surgery? I thought you meant like fucked up like in like 2 hours.
No, no, I won't be here in 2 hours, hopefully.
Sadly, Nick and I won't be either, which means we're gonna die on the
Yeah. So okay. Anyway, Epcot. Then we went. We saw the Indiana show the next day. Really, that was all. Like, other than that, we just went back and revisited some of the parks. Jungle Cruise line was like fucking 4 hours if you didn't have the lightning lane. We did have the lightning lane, and it was still 45 minutes. Also, was very hot in Orlando the week of Christmas, and I will never ever go back to Disney on a holiday during a holiday. Horrible, horrible. Never go during a holiday. Everyone is there.
Yeah.
Awful. Then as we were leaving Disney, we went to a very nice 5-star restaurant in one of their resorts. Delicious food, awesome, great view. Then we drove to we were in basically outside of St. Pete's, Florida, for a couple days. We went to my old vacation stomping ground, which is shit.
Did you find your dad?
No. We don't know he's in Florida. We also don't know if he's alive.
What if he is?
Let's see. We went to something Spring. Shit, I can't remember the name of the town.
All right, start throwing random things and nouns in front of springs.
I can't.
Springdale.
Tarpon Springs.
That would have been so far down on my list. I didn't even get to start.
We went to Tarpon Springs, which was where I went all the time as a kid.
My first guess was going to be Park.
It is just a tourist trap now. It's an old Greek town. Like, it was an old Greek town. It's just a tourist trap now. Shannon got heckled by a Greek man with a green tooth.
I remember her telling
yeah.
the story.
So
To me, obviously not to the podcast.
slightly disappointed in Tarpon Springs.
Did you at any point do what I can't read most of those words. Should have just got a Cuban down there.
I did. I picked up cigars.
No.
Cubano.
Yeah, Cubano, a sandwich.
Oh no, this is Greek town. We had gyros.
Yes, it was a Greek town.
Yes.
I could have put that together.
Yeah.
But you were in Florida. Any point.
Cubano.
Yeah.
Fuck it, that's all I want. Ever since I watched Chef.
I did not know that was the thing that I was supposed to get.
I liked Cuban sandwiches beforehand, but then
I have a new appreciation.
Yeah.
For More has really good Cubanos.
The place that always go to with Alex, the alley, has surprisingly good Cubanos.
I really want a grilled cheese, the chef way.
Yeah.
Anyway,
What is a Cubano but a amazing grilled cheese?
I don't know what a Cubano is.
What the
And
fuck
you're
are you?
Hispanic?
I'm not Cuban.
I was gonna say that's those two things are not mutually
I was gonna
exclusive.
say I'm Mexican and Puerto Rican. I have zero Cuban in me.
I'm too white to know the difference.
Well,
They're islands. You can figure it out pretty easily.
fun fact: if we just gave you a map, though, you would not figure it out at all.
I know.
Fun fact: I'm pretty good with geography. Those islands are a fucking nightmare for me. I'm like, I don't know. I know Cuba's close.
Cuba's the really long
There was a
curved
missile
one.
crisis.
Cuba's really long. Puerto Rico's pretty fucking short, and then Hispaniola is two different countries, so it's divided down the middle.
The Bahamas
like
are
us.
just a bunch of
Yeah,
small
Bahamas
islands.
is just whatever the fuck it is.
Bunch of small ass
Yeah.
islands.
So yeah, we after Tarpon Springs, which was incredibly uneventful and kind of boring. I'm ignoring him, and I'm just gonna keep going because this is running long. Then we drove from St. Pete's or the Tampa area to St. Augustine. St. Augustine is lovely. Also, don't go during the holidays. I don't know what it is about Southern people that they have never seen a Christmas light before. St. Pete's has
Probably because their nights aren't as like shitty as ours are.
it was
You have to
41
remember.
degrees.
You have to yes, but you also have to remember Christmas lights look amazing when there's snowfall.
I don't. So during St. Augustine has Festival of the Lights.
If we were to go down to fucking Florida, me and you right now, and like we have snow on the ground, and we were to just take someone's house and throw Christmas lights up, you would look at it and you'd be like, why?
I guess, because St. Pete's, it was like driving through like downtown Naperville. Like it's just Christmas. It's literally just Christmas lights.
The thing that all of our audience knows well enough.
Like
Well, Naperville's Chicago, so
Pick
everyone
any
knows it.
Midwestern downtown area that decorates their.
If
main
you've been to
street.
Chicago, you've been to Naperville,
Like,
and if
it's
you've
just-
been to
it's just
Naperville,
a
you've been to
Midwest main street with lights.
Shout out to our Chinese listeners. We're talking about Americai.
They've been to Chicago.
yeah.
If you come to the U.S., you go to Chicago. You don't go anywhere else.
That's the thing.
Really, like all international.
And if you've gone to America and you've gone to Chicago,
you've seen it all.
you didn't leave.
That's probably true. You know what? That's true. That part.
There was a crime done against you at some point.
That's true.
Your passport was stolen and you just said fuck it.
So
And then you went to Chinatown.
so we went to St. Augustine.
That was so bad. You should cut that one out.
Nope.
I'll listen to it. So we go to St. Augustine.
I hate people and he didn't cut that out.
And St. Augustine. Basically, the entire trip. Well, one we went and visited the fort, which was really cool for me, and I just fucking autistic explained everything about a fucking colonial Fort Shannon, like pointing out sight lines of where they put riflemen and like where they put cannons and stuff.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
would annoy me.
Yeah,
But imagine going to Disney with Shannon. She'd do the same thing.
that is true. She did do nearly the same thing.
Well, yeah, you're both autistic, so
That's fair. So
Emma and I would do that, and Emma would explain everything in Disney, and then we'd go to the fort, and I'd be like, "Men died here."
men did die here. Men did die there. It was really cool, dude. The fort, awesome.
Really cool that men died there.
Really cool.
Nick really likes that.
Like I was explaining again. Like I was.
Is your favorite thing about history the fact that people die?
No.
Nick's a feminist. He likes that men die.
True.
They died for God.
Not all of them. Most of them
Spanish
not.
did. The Spanish did. The Spanish 100% died for God.
I was going to say, Unit 741
That's
did
fair.
not. They died for science.
True.
And because they were caught for their atrocities after the war happened.
So the main thing I went there for was very nice, like 5-star dinners. After the first
If this is going where I think it is, this is going to be very fun.
After the first dinner, I have a reservation for a place called the Collage, and it is very small, very nice, a very like I thought it was gonna be one of the greatest restaurants in the area. I fucking hated it mainly because they served me peasant food. They served me cornmeal.
Again, hating poor people.
They fed me cornmeal, Parmesan cornmeal. It was disgusting.
So this goes to, I know this is running long already, but this goes to my whole aspect of rich people have the worst palates you've ever fucking seen in your life. Red wine, disgusting.
I like a nice rosé. I guess
That's not a dinner red wine for rich people.
fair.
Disgusting. Caviar, not good.
Never had caviar.
Lobster, fine.
I don't like lobster.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's fine.
The butter makes it. Butter and
Exactly.
garlic
The
bacon.
peasant part of it makes it good.
I'd rather eat crab. I'd 100% rather eat crab than
Oh
lobster.
yeah, well yeah. I would if you gave me the option, I would choose crab legs over lobster tail. But like, fucking anything rich people are like, oh, this is so good. I'm like, your portion one sucks. Two, the food you chose to have a small portion of also sucks ass.
True.
You know what's great? Go to a fair.
Yeah.
Go to a fair. Fry it.
I did forget to mention while we were in St. Pete's, I found a lovely steakhouse on one of the islands, and this is like a 200-mile, like not even, probably like a 50-mile wide island. I'm probably overselling it.
I was gonna say, I doubt it's
It's
that big.
honestly, let me forget everything I just said. It's probably closer to like 2 miles.
Welcome to You Hate to See It.
Exactly. We'll start.
I was just say a fucking
very
100.
small. It was one of the barrier islands outside of St. Pete's. Very small. We find the steakhouse. We're eating outside.
Our new goal for this channel is to have a Patreon series where we make enough money that Adam and I can take you to places just to show you like the skyline of it and have you guess how big it is. So take you to New York and go look at the fucking island and be like, how big is that? And then you'd be like 300 miles, and we're like, all right. And we come back and we're like, well, Nick's fucking stupid again.
So we're eating dinner at this very great steakhouse, and we're sitting outside, and I reach for something, and a dog comes up and licks my hand, and runs away.
At a good restaurant, by the way.
At a great restaurant. And I look, I'm like, where the fuck did it? Like he runs to a different table. I'm like, where the fuck did a dog come from? And the waiter looks at us and goes, oh, that's the neighbor's dog. He must have gotten out again. Because apparently that's just something that happens on very small islands in St. Pete's. Anyway, we're after like 4 5-star meals in a row. Shannon finally looks at me and goes, can we go somewhere that has chicken tenders?
I thought it was quesadillas.
Yeah. She wanted quesadillas or chicken tenders.
It's fine. I'll remember what your wife says to you.
She wanted quesadillas or chicken tenders. Because she
I think you
got
said
tired
or.
of fine meals because she has the palate of a 2-year-old.
Well, she's a Disney adult.
I can't.
Good way to put that.
Yeah. Well done. So just the fact that the entire thing was planned around very extravagant, very nice, high class meals. And she looks at me and goes, can we go somewhere that has quesadillas or nachos or anything? We went and watched the San Francisco Bears game, and she was very upset that the bar we went to did not serve nachos. Very upset. Because she's like, you told me we'd get nachos. And I'm like, well, I picked a bar. And she's like, yeah, but you said we'd get nachos. And I'm like, I'm sorry, enjoy your fucking sweet potato fries. So, yeah. So,
You really know the girl that you married.
yeah. I was hoping that I could expand her palate. No.
That palate didn't have quesadillas.
Yeah, that palate did not have quesadillas. So,
Should have been a fancy quesadilla.
yeah. So yeah, then we
This is also the same woman that you texted me this morning that you made pastrami, and she told you it was just corned beef.
that is true.
So-
That did happen.
The culinary arts might not be
Yeah. She's like, this is just American corned beef with extra spices.
American.
Yeah. She's,
American.
Those are her words.
One. Corned beef, not American. Pastrami, also not American. Wild.
I do believe I called her a Mick today.
A what?
A Mick. I do believe. No, I believe. What were my exact words?
Was it? Do you prefer whites or colors?
You fucking Mick. You're not even a Mick. You're mostly a wop. You're not even a wop. You're mostly a Mick. I'm more wop than you. I believe that was a lot of what was said today.
Are you saying that you have a bigger wet ass pussy?
No,
I don't know what these acronyms that you're
a
saying.
Mick is a derogatory term for an Irish
not
person,
even
Okay.
acronyms.
and a wop is a derogatory term for an Italian.
Okay.
I am more Italian than Shannon.
Okay.
So he's like, "Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My family's German Irish," and I'm like, I just called her a fucking Mick. Anyway.
Get the racism out of the way.
Yeah, get that out of the way. It's fine. They've been white people since the 1890s.
They have it.
Not fair.
It was like maybe the 50s. Maybe.
Most likely last year.
Yeah. Also true.
So
Also, maybe not even now.
Depends on who's president.
yeah.
If it was your mother, absolutely not.
Sure.
From what you told me from earlier before we started recording, absolutely not.
Anyway, so I'm gonna tell that story real quick. Anyway, we drove back. It was fine. Shannon drove the entire length through Illinois, and it was great. Dalton, Georgia, super cool. Best burger I ever had on the side of the road.
Did you go to Metropolis?
No.
Oh, you fucking...
Dalton, Georgia, super awesome. A lot of Mexicans, super nice Mexicans.
All
Like
right.
he's surprised.
Well, no, like they're
Better than
never
you?
mind. We're gonna. No, they like me.
No, better than you.
I'm the same quality of Mexican as me.
I don't mean racially. I meant as people.
Oh, on par.
No, because the way you
You're
were just
pretty
super
awful.
racist. I was gonna say the way you were just super racist about my question. Absolutely not.
Anyway,
Why are the white people non-issue people?
Because
on
this
this
is
podcast?
that's how life goes. We have to be the middleman.
so I was talking to my mom about the Super Bowl and like plans for the Super Bowl, and tell her friends are coming over, and she's like, "Oh, it's fine. I don't want to come."
Thank
How
God.
are come on.
She's like, "I'm not gonna watch the Super Bowl. No one's playing." And she just takes a second, takes a beat on the phone, and goes, "They have that fucking Puerto Rican playing the halftime show. Bad Bunny."
I know.
Yeah. And I
The
look at the
American.
the fucking Puerto Ricans are Americans for the record. So
Their territory.
yeah, they are Americans. So
Puerto Rico is an American territory.
So she like I'm on the phone sitting next to Shannon, and my mom says that, and Shannon starts sobbing, absolutely crying, and I mute the phone and I look at Shannon and I go, "In case you ever wondered if Mexican Puerto Rican relations have improved in the last 30 years, they have not." So my mom will not be participating in the halftime show with Bad Bunny.
I've had this thing with my parents. My parents are older. Surprisingly, Nick's mother is much older than my parents, which is crazy.
That's
very-
that is
as someone
everyone.
who's met your parents too. That
Well,
is-
yes,
that
but
is-
I'm also so for the viewers and stuff. My family is me and my siblings were each 7 years apart, and I'm the youngest. So my brother is in his 40s, and I'm about to be 30. So like there is a big difference in age between me and my siblings, which means my parents were at the back end of even being able to have kids by the time they had me. So my parents are both in their 60s. Nick's mother is in her 70s, which is wild. But yeah, it's like it's this thing with I think my entire life that I've watched the Super Bowl, which is since the year 2000 when the or 99 2000 when the Rams won it, has been my parents always complaining about the Super Bowl halftime show, and I'm like, it's just not your music. I'm sure when I'm 50 or 60 and it's just weird AI EDM bullshit, I'll be upset. When there's a robot on the
when
stage,
Skrillex becomes popular again.
that guy might be dead. Who knows? But like, yeah,
the
by
AI avatar of Avicii.
honestly, if I'm in my 50s or 60s and Skrillex shows up, I'll probably be pretty excited.
I won't.
It'll be like
but I'll
it'll be like
happy.
the 1 year where my parents were like, "The Who's doing it," and I'm like, "I don't know who the fuck that is."
I would be excited for the Who personally.
Do you not remember that? Because that was
that.
the 2010s. I swear.
Really? Oh shit.
There was, yeah, man. The Who played the halftime show.
Oh fuck.
This is gonna be a long episode for you.
No,
That's his fault.
I'm unemployed.
Yeah, 2010. The Who.
Really?
Yep.
You say you're unemployed, like that's how do you do anything?
Fair.
Yep. The Who. 2010
I'm still waiting
halftime
for
show.
those notes on that flashback.
So yeah, that was my honeymoon with my lovely wife. Yeah,
My girlfriend and I lived in their house.
true.
I did.
Horrible house.
Thank you.
The fact that almost 50% of your light switches don't lead to anything is absolutely bonkers.
Jeff
Probably,
texted
do
me.
they not lead to outlets?
They do.
No. Their bedroom one does not.
I actually don't know what that one attaches to.
Nothing. The ones upstairs don't lead to anything.
We'll figure it out.
Jeff texted or someone texted us the second day, and they're like, "Hey, how do we turn on the TV in the basement?"
The brand new TV, the one that you just hung on the wall, like Emma and I were down in the basement. And we were like, all right, like, you know, our first Sunday there, we're like, let's just chill out, watch movies, and we're sitting there. I'm like, I'm hitting the power button, nothing's happening. I was like, I go to the TV, I'm hitting it, and I'm like, what in the fuck is? I was like, I'm checking to make sure it's plugged in because one, Nick also left his house with the wildest items that allowed me not to do a lot of the things that I wanted to do while I was there. We won't get into that, but he left with his only PS5 controller and his headset to his fucking computer and like a bunch of shit that I needed to be able to use his items. Scooting past that though, but like I'm sitting there, I'm like, what in the fuck is going on with this TV? I was like, I get it. It's a brand new smart TV. I was like, I don't think they changed how power systems on remotes and TVs worked. And then, like, we text him. He doesn't reply because he's driving. And,
I wasn't driving. I was sleeping.
We texted Jen and she replied. So she was driving. Bad time. But Emma texted her and, like, she replied and she's like, oh, did you turn on the light switch? I was like, and Emma's like, oh, we have to turn on the light switch. I was like, one, which one? And two, why the fuck are there power outlets hooked up to light switches still?
Also, then just move the plug to the other switch because it only works one outlet at a time. It does both.
Yeah.
You need to fix that.
Yeah,
That's a problem.
I was gonna say it's not a because then the day after that I worked from home, so from his house. His fucking internet was like not connecting. Like my computer was not connecting to it. And I was like looking around for his router, couldn't find it, and then I was like,
He brought it with him.
almost. That was a thought, and then I was like, wait a minute. And I flipped the light switch on, went up to my laptop, and like my laptop connected to the internet. I was like, if I want to be on the internet, I have to have his fucking basement outlets and lights on.
That shouldn't be a thing. That should not.
Yeah, you should.
We'll
have to fix that.
Look, the amount of times I was playing Super Nintendo or my PS3, and my grandfather would come by and just smack the light switch just on habit. And the man has dementia, so like I can't yell at him for like, hey, I told you not to do that. He doesn't fucking remember.
We can fix that. Anyway, end the episode.
Thank you for watching. You hate to see it. Our sponsors are on the bottom of the screen.
Throughout the episode,
Yeah, throughout it. And go watch us on YouTube. At you hate to see it. You hate to see it on YouTube. Go to our website and become Patreons. Patreons? Patriots. Now, you won't become a patriot. Become patrons. Cool. I think that went very well.